A lot of people were saying, oh, the servers were overloading. I understand that happens. No. Look, some of the problem was like the main host guy was like he muted himself randomly. And I don't think he noticed. He was talking, then mid-sentence just mute. And then Elon unmuted himself while the other guy was talking. So you got an echo because they were sitting next to each other. I'm like, dude, those are production mistakes, not technical errors. And if this was done on YouTube, it probably would have had substantially more live viewers. I think DeSantis was going for a big bang gimmick. We'll do this on Twitter Spaces with Elon. It's huge for us, but they weren't ready for it, and it really pulled a lot of the wind out of their sails. Now, there's a lot of things we can talk about in terms of Ron DeSantis as a candidate, but, what do you guys think?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. These are technical problems that should have been sorted out long ahead of time. It's kind of perplexing whenever you see a massive campaign that's well funded and has a lot of backing behind it fail at something so basic. I mean, it happens to the best of us. Everybody makes mistakes, but it's just such a lost opportunity.
I heard that it was because they were using Musk's account and because he has so many followers that caused an issue. I don't know how true that is. That's just something I read. So I don't know if it's true.
I mean,
it was boomer stuff.
Matter. Right, it shouldn't matter. I mean, if they just did it on YouTube, they'd had 1 million plus viewers and it would have run fine.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
or Rumble.
This was almost Klobuchar Blizzard like level, right? Like that. Like let's be real, Klobuchar Blizzard level. It was near that, but yeah, they should have been prepared. There's no question about it.
Now they're getting roasted. It is funny though that at first the media was like, "Oh, it's stupid. It's gonna fizzle." Then it got so much attention that it crashed. It's a lot of people, man. Don't get me wrong.
I think that it was it would have been a good thing had it gone properly. I think that the fact that that DeSantis has totally been ignoring the legacy media. I think that's a good thing.
Right.
I also think that it's good because it kind of puts the legacy media on notice. Obviously, when you've got, organizations like Vanity Fair running that headline they did where they say that they should have been brought David Duke or whatever.
Oh, I was dying.
It's ridiculous, of course. And the overall tone from the establishment media, the legacy media is, ridiculous. So for conservatives to go to them and even present an opportunity for them to cover is almost silly because they're going to say, oh, well, you're just a racist Nazi, huh? Mm-hmm. So there's no reason to talk to them.
When the Twitter space got to around 460,000 people, it was crashing. It was crashing well before that. Yeah. But I got in right when it started, and then rapidly it rises. I tweeted out, looks like 460K might be the limit. This Twitter user, Lofty Pixels, responded, YouTube had 750,000 live viewers for PlayStation Showcase today, LOL, and posted this video from PlayStation that had no problem with this. Let me show you some of the reactions we got. We've got Donald Trump Jr. saying #disaster. Yikes, man.
Yeah,
just giving ammunition. Yup.
That's a hashtag.
That's better than desanctimonious.
Yeah.
Way
better.
Seriously, way better. And that's Trump Jr. And then I think I got one more. Here we go. David Wolf tweets, failure to launch crashed Ron DeSantis 2024. And sad faces from Ron and Elon. It looks kind of like CGI.
Yeah, it looks a little AI, right?
Well, I mean, they're taking, they're not just taking a swing at DeSantis, they're taking a swing at Musk because of the Twitter thing and the whole rocket crashing, making the link to SpaceX and stuff,
Well, you brought up something interesting. I think it might have screwed up everything if it was Elon's account that screwed everything up and it switched over to David Sachs.
That's what I heard.
It changed the whole vibe of the whole thing where it wasn't like Elon asking DeSantis questions. It just it became like David Sachs. I got in the middle of it.
When it first launched, Elon was the host. Then DeSantis then I think Sachs joined.
Yeah.
And they both had speaking privileges. And one of the technical problems was that while Sachs was speaking, Elon unmuted his phone and they're sitting next to each other. So you start hearing a feedback loop. And then I'm just like,
stuff.
But for Elon to do that, why did you unmute your account? What are you doing here, man?
Well, then it became David Sachs asking all the questions. And
but it was supposed to be.
And it wasn't supposed to be. Right?
No, it was supposed to be.
Oh, it was supposed to be.
I mean, look, they might say, oh, it was supposed to be Elon. I don't see that. Why bring in Sachs at all? He was brought in before DeSantis.
Yeah.
So what is he, like a British journalist or something?
No, I mean he was like the COO of PayPal, I think.
Oh, okay.
So they're butts, but I mean the whole thing was sold as like Elon asking the questions, right? Like even like we were going to the war room. they
Elon
had this-
hosting a space with a special.
Yeah, it was
announcement.
it was supposed to be like the Elon interview type thing, and it didn't really happen.
Yeah, it didn't really
It was just like
happen.
softball
And then-
city.
And then after the crash, it just was just not good.
I mean-
it's just like a lot of people left. That took a lot of wind out of the sails. I mentioned it yesterday, dude. Yesterday we wanted to lead the show off with the Target story.
Yep.
Because now it's getting crazier. Target is apparently the CEO issued a statement saying, yeah, we're going to get rid of a bunch of stuff, but we're going to double down. Basically saying we're going to try and hide this from the general public. But instead, I'm like, okay, they basically released this launch video, so we have to cover it. But then what is there to cover today if not just the same thing we already know? Okay, dude's running for president. Then, of course, we got lucky in that they failed. So, like, I shouldn't. It's a little mean. It's a little mean. They did do the space. They did get the message out. They did get the announcement. But I do feel like we got news out of the fact that they kind of screwed up the launch and they lost the majority of the audience that was ready for this announcement.